morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Trekking Across the Universe here on the NDB Media Network. And tonight we are going to be covering quite a bit of stuff that has happened in the last few hours, ladies and gentlemen. Most importantly, of course, The House of the Dragon on HBO, episode 10, the finale. We're going to get to that one shortly. And, of course, later on, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Andor and episode 9 on Star Trek Lower Decks. And we're going to get to it. So let me put this in the chat room. And there we go. Good evening, Ines. I think you see the link right there. And for anyone else who's thinking of joining us, you should be able to see it on screen in just a moment. It's in the chat room. Shout out to Northwest Media from the Lewis and Clark Bridge and the Columbia River on the Washington State side. Thank you for joining us. And Michael, good evening. And Jesse, good evening.
Good evening.
The episode is entitled House of the Dragon. It could easily have been entitled The Die is Cast. And it happened at the very, very end. There was a scene in the episode, and we're just going to get into it, first of all. Hope says, I need an emotional support dragon after this episode. It is, even in the Game of Thrones universe, this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is a sad episode. There is a lot that happens. And there's a scene where Rhaenys finally is speaking to her husband, Corlys, and she says, hey, dude, you need to pay attention. Every man bearing a sword right now wants to wage war, and she's the only one that is not. And it reminded me of several historical scenes in real life. And I remember reading quite a bit of the missiles of November in the Cuban Missile Crisis, where everyone in the President's Council wanted to go to war, and John F. Kennedy was the only one that did not. And it reminded me of that scene. It is historically significant, and I'm not going to say that men are bloodthirsty, but men are usually the first off to war, and that was a significant moment. And who knows what would have happened. But there is a lot to go on. Those are my first thoughts of the episode. I was genuinely saddened at the end. And we'll get to all of that. Michael, some of your thoughts about the episode. And then I'm going to go to Jesse. And then we're going to get into it. Ines, hopefully you're going to join us. Hope, you have the link. Join us, ladies. We're going to get to it. Michael, some of your thoughts.
I don't know. What got me is I knew what was going to happen at the end of the episode. And I just went, no, I can't be right. When the queen was telling her son and saying, oh, it's going to be fine. You're near his age, this and that. And I went, he's dead. And I went, no, that can't be it. And it was like, I thought he'd gotten away. No. So that's what got me from the whole episode. It was just like that foreshadowing. And I just went, no. And I was right. So it was like,
Jesse, go ahead.
Yeah. First off, are you okay? You seem genuinely sad.
I think I am.
You seem like you're coming back from a funeral.
I didn't expect this, but I'm wearing black. I am genuinely saddened. And I think I'm older. I think I was liking the kid.
Yeah.
You know? And it's messed up, man. But I am sad. I am sad 2 episodes after you, Jesse, but for other reasons.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I thought. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I apologize. Ines, try to get back in. See what's going on. But I apologize. Just your thoughts straight
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I thought the same as Michael. I thought as soon as she sent her kids off, I was like, I wasn't sure which one. I was like, they're probably one of them's gonna die, if not both of them. As soon as I saw Vagar at the castle, I was like, that kid is dead. That kid is dead for sure. In the exact way that I thought he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna die because he was gonna attack Vagar and Vagar was gonna eat him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm naive. I didn't see it. I was worried. I didn't know how they were going to be. But I remember in Game of Thrones that there were times that the cousins, nephews, this is a regular thing. Because his family's at war. So it was safe to send the nephews, cousins, whatever, to send messages. So I kind of figured that. There was a scene earlier where Damon was playing with a dragon, and I almost thought he got Aemon's dragon. But I guess I was mistaken. I don't know what that was.
The dragon that was in the cave?
Yeah, the one that was in the cave. So that was one of the other ones. Ines, you are muted. So check your settings. Let me see if I can unmute you. No, I'm not. Oh, there it is. You are there. Okay, Ines, you may have heard. I'm giving everyone an opening line. Go ahead. Thank you for joining us, Ines. Oh, man. We lost Ines.
Gone again.
Yeah, she's having some technical issues, but see if she'll join us in a moment. I'm not calling this our opening moments, but I didn't see it. I was worried. You guys saw it clearly. I was not expecting the boys to be lost, especially this quick. And then seeing what happened in the way, here, let's see what Hope says. Not a single one of us was unbothered by the death in this episode. Women endure so much more than men. Not to take away from a man, but we feel lost differently because we bond differently. It should be noted that not only is the queen outraged, but Lord Corlys will be pissed off. Oh, yeah. The loss, the heir to Driftmark. Yes.
Ooh.
The dragon Daemon went to see in the cave was a new one. Vermithrax, I think, is his name. It's an unclaimed dragon.
It's also the second biggest dragon next to Vagar. Almost the same size as Vagar.
Okay. Ines says that she cannot hear us when she's in. Okay. Hopefully the issue is resolved. Do a test when you're in, if you're able to go into the green room again, Ines, and see if you can hear the sound. It's just a matter of changing the speakers and the mic. So as you're in, you should be able to set it up. I think they're doing, they mentioned 30 knights, 300 soldiers, so they're very thin on swords. And they do a quick count. They have 13 dragons to 4. Well, at the end of the episode, it's 12 to 4 or 13 to 4, depends. I don't know.
Oh, because he got the extra one.
Yeah.
So they lose a small one and they gain a giant one.
It looked like the baby was premature. The stress of everything. Yeah. She lost the baby early on. And because when the baby, to me, it looked very small. And I think she snapped. There was a tiny bit. She's the Targaryen thing. She's already. She lost it there for a while. She was cradling her child, and then she was the one that was wrapping it for the funeral. I think when she was doing the wrapping, that was the mother in her. But there was a moment that she looked to me that it has already messed with her. So I don't know if that's the Targaryen thing and going crazy or not, but who knows? That's what I got out of there. But wow, there's a lot that happened, folks. It wasn't a flashback, but when Otto Hightower shows up, it's almost the way it happened in episode 2, I think, right? Where he shows up to deliver the message, and then Rhaenyra showed up in the dragon, and she, she was supporting Hightower that time. This time around, she was against Hightower. I thought it was interesting. Hope says, yeah, where she showed up to get the egg back. Yes. So there was a bit of, this is how things have changed, however many years after. It was interesting. Rhaenyra believes in her oath, and the oath is to keep peace in the kingdom.
Yeah, but if she went against that oath, her son would still be alive. I think she's going to have a complete 180 of a character next season. I think she's going to burn everything.
Yeah, I think she is too. What do you guys think? It looks like House Baratheon basically said, we got offered a deal, young man. You're coming here. I'm not a dog that you can just whistle at.
Oh, they're dead. The Barath. They didn't they put him in danger. They didn't keep Aemon away from him. That house is going to burn. It's probably going to be the first one that goes down. They're going to take all of their dragons. They're going to go over there and just torch it.
Yeah, Inez says hopefully she does. Hope says I think Daemon is going to take the new dragon and level Storm's End.
Yeah, he'll probably do it by himself. You're right. That's the most likely case. He's going to go with the new dragon and just.
Yeah, Dracarys, everything. Wow.
Even the look in Aemon's face after that happened, like, could you see the terror in his eyes, like as if he knew that he was going to die by Daemon's hand, like soon.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't get that. Michael, were those your thoughts before I comment on
that?
that?
No,
if you watch it again, you see he's trying to stop Vagar. Anyway, he's trying to stop the dragon from going after the kid, and he's like, no. As soon as he does, and he's like looking, watching the wings and part of the dragon fall to the ground, and his eyes, he's just like, you can't believe what's happened, and he's like, he looked genuinely, like super worried.
Yeah, Aemon is not stupid. It's like right now there's actually peace at the moment. Intense peace. This is the moment. Like I said, the die has been cast. Yeah. That's the first one to fall.
And they're coming for him too.
Oh yeah.
They're specifically coming for him. Like he's not going to get out of this.
Wow. Okay. Hope says I was really wondering how they were going to sell this death. Neither of these two kids realizing they have a dragon is more than flying them. They must bond to them more to be given absolute command of them. Yeah, it was an accidental death. I think Aemon is screwing with him, and he knew he really couldn't do anything to him. But, okay, Michael, Jesse, did you think that he wanted to kill him? No, right?
I think he wants his eye. I think he wants revenge. I don't think he wanted to kill him, but...
You don't think so?
To kill him? I don't think so. I think he wanted to take an eye. I don't think he's crossed that line yet.
He says, I want to present it to mom.
I could tell you like how many times I've told my brothers I want to kill them in my life. I never have. And like in a rage, like when you're a kid, you say things, but you don't mean them. He's never killed anybody in his life. He just did. He crossed that line and he can't go back.
And let's see the relationship. So that's his nephew.
Yeah.
He killed his nephew. Look, you're right. You're right. Look, we get pissed with our family member and we threaten to kill them all the time when we don't. And we can beat them up from time to time, but it's a whole different ballgame now. It is. The die has been cast. Guys, I'm sorry. I was invested in this episode. I am for the house. I am cheering for Rhaenyra, and everything has gone bad for them. It's going bad for Rhaenyra. I'm not going to say that on a noble level because I have no one, but I've been in Rhaenyra's position, and I guess for me it was a little heavier, and I mean it on a professional level. I've been in something similar, and it's hard. I didn't like it, and I guess I feel for her. Jeez. Hope says, I think that Aemon loves them, but just wanted an eye for an eye. Yes, he never hated them. He cared for them until they took his eye. Aemon is fair, not cruel. And they both lost control. The little dragon freaked out, blew fire. Oh, that's right. That is right.
Yeah.
Did. And the big dragon snapped it back. It was quick. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for joining us, Valerie. You know what? I forgot about that. Yes. The little dragon pissed off the big dragon. Wow. Hope says the smartest person on the show is the queen who never was. As much as I love the new queen, the former princess, the queen who never was is very tedious and careful. Yeah, we talked about in the last episode. She was the first one who chose mother to mother, not to decimate the family. And on this one, it was interesting. When Sir Eric presented the crown, she was the only one that did not kneel. Did you guys catch that?
Oh, no, I didn't catch that.
She did not kneel because I don't think she wanted to be involved. And she started to see how Rhaenyra was acting. And there's a conversation that she has with Corlys. Lord Corlys, when she's asleep and he wakes up, he says, I've had men whipped for falling asleep. Yeah. You are no man. I was like, yeah, okay. And then she reprimands him. She said, I needed you, but you abandoned us. Lost your brother, lost your son. Dude, it lost everything. And okay, he says, I lost everything fighting down over there. And then she says, we lost everything. Your brother's also dead in his haste to claim your seat. Daemon took his head, man. And then Corlys says, our pursuit of the Iron Throne is at an end. We'll claim no one. And then that's where she says, Rhaenyra is the only one that has shown restraint. And then Corlys visits the Dragon Council and says, where's the little asshole that took my son? Where's Daemon? He's off on other affairs. She did not bend the knee. Thank you, Ness. Yes. Hope says, I'm over here wondering when the shit will hit the fan once they realize their son is still alive. Got a horrible feeling that information coming out will sway their support of her. Well, look, they did say that Corlys says, hey, folks, we got to get Baratheon. We got to get the other family. I forget who they said, and we got to get Stark. Starks have never betrayed an oath. So the Starks are going to be on our side. If we can get Baratheon and that other family, we got it. And Corlys says, oh, yeah, by the way, I won the steps. I got them. And this time I garrisoned them.
Yeah.
So we own the Eastern Sea. All of a sudden, they're like, whoa, hey. As I say in another program, forgive me, this is intellectual Woody time. That's where everyone's like, ooh, yeah. I know, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But it's where it all dawns on them. It's like, hey, okay, they want to play? We can play. Okay. So there is a lot that was going on. Just before Rhaenyra sends her sons, she starts off, we're closer to gods than to men, as it's been known. Now, you guys are going as messengers, not warriors, and you both have to swear to me. And, they do promise. And he was doing what he could to honor his mother's promise. And he paid he paid for it. Wow. Go ahead, guys. Some of your thoughts. I'm not going to go over each scene step by step.
Yeah, I think that's sort of, that's kind of like the Game of Thrones model. Anytime somebody tries for peace, they get off, or something horrible happens to something close to them. It's not a peaceful world. It's a world that's won by violence and domination.
Yeah.
So as soon as that started happening, that's what right then I knew, because she wanted peace so much. I'm like, one of these kids are going to die, and that's what's going to send her into war.
And Roger, did you write down when Daemon went over, he did a dragon count?
Yes.
Did you?
13 to 4.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yes.
But how many of those 13 there were small ones? I think most of them were small, weren't they?
I didn't
You know,
get that much.
that-
I wouldn't be surprised if Hope and Inez and Valerie
I'm
have
sure
that
they
information.
yeah,
But
I'm
yeah,
hey,
they do.
out of that 13, that doesn't count the wild dragons. That's just 13
Right.
dragons that they have.
That's true.
There's still, he said
Yes.
that there was a few wild dragons, so those are up for anybody, really.
Yeah, they started naming stuff off, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm losing track." I had a running count in my mind,
Yeah.
and then when he says 13 to their 4, I'm like, "Aw, thank you." The accountant freaked out, and I was okay with it. So yeah, Hope says I think 3 of them are still small. The wild dragons at large, yes, and yeah. So. You know, I guess we have her answer because she said, I'm going to answer you guys on the morrow after Hightower presents the situation.
Yeah.
Because she believes in the promise that she made to her father to be peaceful, maintain, and keep the realm together. And if you go to war, you're splitting the realm. So I noticed that they did say when they were looking at the map. Oh, by the way, when the map was lit up in the war room, that did look cool. I guess as the is it magma or is it fire?
Fire, I guess.
I guess.
But how does it work? They just keep getting a dragon to blow on it every time it goes out.
Yeah.
All right, clear the room.
So cool.
We gotta get a dragon in here.
Yeah. Hey guys, getting dark. We need another one over here. The map did look good. And I got to tell you, there was a lot going on in this episode. Folks, I'm sorry. I guess Jesse was right, man. I was bummed by this episode. Don't get me wrong. Folks, this is an A episode. This is a well-done episode. I give it an A. I'm not saying we're done talking about it. I'm saying this was well done. And I didn't know that Damon was already telling Rhaenyra that their son Luke was gone. I mean, how'd they find out? How many days have passed? I mean, who knew? And I don't know, but
Well, Aemon would have told right away. He would have gone back and said right away, and then they would have sent word, right? He would have had.
Would they have sent word?
What? That he just went missing? Well, if they didn't, then they'd piece it together because the Baratheons would say what happened in the chamber, and then he just disappeared. They'd put 2 and 2 together and be like, obviously, Aemon killed him.
And then they went on a search, and I'm sure they found what was left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said it's not far away. Storm's End is not.
Yeah.
So,
You're
And
right.
how
Daemon's not far
close
away at
were
all.
they-
Daemon's going to go riding right in there and torch the
Yeah.
whole place.
And how close was he to home when it happened? Because they were in that bad storm. He got out of the storm, and I mean, was he close to home? Then I mean, he might have been close to home.
Yeah. And that's probably why they figured it out. I mean, we're assuming a little bit right here, but we can infer that.
We
that
have
he
to
was
wait a
closer to
year.
home. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Right now, I knew it was going to end like something like this, where it's like,
oh yeah, folks. But at least it's not a super, super overt cliffhanger. It's obviously the story is going to continue. I read, and I think I saw one of the episodes. Folks, season 1 is the backstory. That's that's all season 1 is. It's the backstory, and season 2 is going to be okay. In this story, I don't want to do this, but it's the present tense of the story. So, who knows? I don't know if when Rhaenyra was crowned, this is only hours after she lost her child, maybe a day or two. On a personal level, the visage of Rhaenyra, she looked good. She looked very attractive. Forgive me, ladies, I'm being sexist. She looked good. And I was like, wow, she was at her. She was far from glowing. I'm not that stupid, okay? But I was like, wow, she looks very attractive at that moment. And I was like, wow, she's yeah. Sorry, I'm a guy. I'm stupid, okay? I did because I did. I said Eric, the twin arrives. He brings the crown and swears to Rhaenyra, "I shall take no wife." Bummer. No lands. I will, and he says a few other things. "I will ride at her side. I'll defend her honor." Then she is crowned, and when she was wearing the crown, the camera was at an angle, but I commented, I said, "Beautiful." You know, she was beautiful at that moment, and regal, I guess, and the crown sits on her well. So I don't know, and that's where I commented, "Rainey's remains standing." Yeah, she just was looking at her and how she was handling it, and yeah, it didn't dawn on me that Corlys is going to want blood for the death of his heir.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. A lot happened in this episode, folks. A lot of it happened quickly, and it was good. But I was sad, man. Jesse. Okay, I'm gonna get very real on you guys. I know
Right.
this is and I'm gonna get real with everyone in the audience, and you're gonna have to forgive me and bear with me. Look, it's just a movie, but in Rogue One, I got terribly emotional. I really did. When the Rebel fleet shows up, I'm like, they have a chance. I believe this. That was one of the best moments in the entire movie. And when each one loses their life, it had a great it affected me. And being older, when I see what's going on in Game of Thrones, forgive me for the political commentary, but what's happening over in Europe right now, people are dying for what? They're dying for oil. They're dying for minerals. The very flower of youthful individuals are dying. What are they dying for? And I guess for me, being older, it's just I don't see the point anymore. So I guess maybe that's why I was a bit sad, because I see where it's going. So I'm sorry, guys. It's funny, Jesse, that you would comment about that. I didn't even know that I was telegraphing it.
You were
But I
like
have no
whispering like you
filter.
just came out of a wake. You were like,
Really?
you were like,
Wow.
That was a difficult episode.
Wow. I was genuinely affected by this episode. I guess
It was a good one.
it was. And I guess I'm already thinking of what's going to happen. It kind of sucks, you know? I know it's a TV show. I'm sorry, folks. I'm invested. So
Yeah.
it does affect me. So it's just a TV show. I know. I'm so sorry.
I want to know, out of all this, I want to know what the writers have against babies. They're killing a baby in like every other episode in this thing. It's either the baby or the mom and the baby. They're cutting it out. It's being born dead. Like, there's just a baby death almost every episode. What is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It is bad. I know that Damon was at his best throughout the episode, just swearing after everyone up and down.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You see bombs?
Yeah, when he was after the queen. There was a moment where Rhaenyra said the F-bomb too, I think.
Probably.
Where the baby is coming. And they're like, no. I think she said, no, it's effing happening.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did on that one. Here we go. Oh, wow. What a shock. Thank you, Hope. Do you want to go ahead and read that one real quick, Jesse?
Sure. This Syrax, Queen Rhaenyra, Caraxes, Daemons, Vagar, Aemons, Malaise, Queen Who Never Was, Dreamfire is unknown, Sea Smoke, unclaimed, resides on Driftmark, Vermax, Queen's Sons, Arax, formerly Arax.
He's going.
We know that one. Tyraxis, Queen's Sons, Moon Dancer, Balaz, and Sunfire Helena Targaryens.
Yeah, Helena is
Vermithor and
Aegon's.
Silverwing under claim on Dragonmont.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vermithor, that's the one that Daemon was singing to. The giant dragon, the size of Vagar.
Okay, and that's kind of why I thought, I said, did he get into King's Landing and get in there? That's why I was like, which one is he? That one was immense. And he was, yeah.
Hightower fucking traitor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know, man. It was crazy. Hope also sorry for syntax. Oh, no, Hope. You're awesome. You're helping us out on this. Guys, and gals, sorry. I'm old. I'm inviting everyone to join us. So, folks, this episode moved quick. It did. I was stunned. Being invested, I was checking the time, and what felt for me like about 10, 15 minutes was already 47 minutes into the episode.
That happened to me too. Yeah.
That's a sign of a damn good story. How was it for you too, Jesse? Did you even realize that? It's just because I started late, so I have to watch the clock so we don't start. And I don't know how long the episode is. But I stopped it all of a sudden because I saw, 47 minutes in. I'm like, wow, that was crazy. It moved fast.
Was it longer?
It was about an hour 8, I think.
It did seem to go faster. I thought maybe it was shorter, but
See, I thought it was shorter at first too, and then I looked at the clock and I went, "Huh?" It's
yeah, you were
40
just
minutes.
so in it, right? You're trying to catch everything.
Yeah, and then the thing is, guys, it's what is it? We're in hyper time because we're watching it and we're trying to, pay attention to it. So it is tougher for us. It goes by much quicker sometimes. Valerie says, "Man, I cried like twice watching this episode." It did feel short, huh, Inez? Valerie, because I'm stupid, which two parts? Because when he died, Luke, I was shocked and stunned. See, my compatriots here, they knew someone was dead. They're smarter than I am. So I'm curious, Valerie, which are the ones or the 2 points that you died? Because Rhaenyra's child that went unborn, damn it, it was unfortunate, but yeah, I wasn't sharing it. Hope says, are any of you noticing the different directions each of the episodes take? Come to find out, different directors take on separate episodes. Episodes 1, 3, and 10 were directed by the same. Yeah, I've noticed that. Michael and I, Hope, I'm not sure if you were in on that episode. And Jesse, were you in on it when we were talking about how the internet was bitching about how dark the episode was? Were you there?
How dark the episode was? The first episode?
No, I think this was like episode 6 or 7. And it was Jesse, you were a part of that.
Jesse was, yeah.
Like the lighting of it was too dark, like people couldn't see.
Yeah,
that's funny because the last season of the original Game of Thrones series, people bitched about that at the Battle of Winterfell, but I thought it was cool. But I don't know, people need better TVs or to turn up the brightness or something. I don't know.
Her baby died, then her son died, I would guess. Oh, okay. For the one for Valerie, yes. The loss of the baby and the second son. Yeah, I wasn't brought to tears, but I was shocked and stunned, as evidenced by the way the program began and the march to war. I guess that's what really had me down. I was really bummed. I like the kid, Luke. I really do. I don't know why, but I did like the little kid. And seeing that he went out that way, I guess that one really messed with me. Yes, it reminded them of the battle at Winterfell. Did anyone hear that this final episode was leaked?
Yeah, I heard that it was leaked. I didn't check it out, though, but I heard it was leaked, too.
Oh, really? No, I did not hear that.
Yeah, some streaming service in Europe leaked it, apparently.
Oh, no. Thank goodness I missed it. No, I was waiting to watch the episode. I'm not sure if you gentlemen know this, but Game of Thrones was the most, what was it, ripped off or?
Yeah, episode.
HBO knew that it was being stolen, seen on the internet, whatever. But they were the demand was so much that they were okay with it still. I mean, no, they weren't, but they're like, everyone's talking about this.
People are going to do it anyway, yeah.
Yeah, pirated. Yes, Hope, thank you.
Well, it might be the reason they've done this streaming theoretically worldwide at the same time to
Yes.
maybe prevent that a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
so everybody watched
But boy, it certainly makes it come out at awful times across the world.
So it comes out live at the same time across the whole world?
Yes. On
Oh, that's
HBO
brilliant.
Max.
That's a
Now-
brilliant strategy.
Yes. For those of us that had DirecTV, we thought we were in the awesome because we always had the East Coast feed being, the East Coast feed from over there. So when everyone was watching at 9 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, it was 9 p.m. for us too. But since I had DirecTV, I was able to watch the East Coast feed. It was always kind of cool. Everything that was on the East Coast on DirecTV was quicker for us. But I don't have DirecTV anymore. But HBO Max, it's live at 6 p.m. around the world.
Wow.
Hope says, I'm in school for cybersecurity and secure programming. I hear the word pirate on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. This is one of those episodes that a lot happened, but it speaks for itself. Because when you gentlemen and ladies, when you think of it, there's a lot. Well, okay, no, I don't want to. You know what? We've talked about the episode. We've covered quite a bit of it already. Some of the other episodes take more, just because there's so many different scenes. On this one, it all happened at, what's the name of the place? Is it Dragonstone?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're at. Almost all of it happens there. And all the scenes, the creator said that episode 9 and 10 are sister episodes. Duh. The first one was Allison's. This one is Rhaenyra's. So they were meant to go together. So.
Well, the first episode of next season is going to have to go together with it too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can't do a time jump on that. They're going to have to pick up right where they left it off.
Yeah. Oh, and Michael, her look when she turned around.
Ooh, scary.
Because, okay, folks, when it dawned on me that it was the death of Luke that they knew, there was that fraction of a moment as how is she going to turn around? I equate it to the scene in Star Trek DS9 where they've had to evacuate the station and Cisco is looking off to some far off different place. He's envisioning, he's already seen it in his mind. This is what's going to happen. So I was thinking, okay, is that going to happen? So Michael, when you saw her face, Lord Jesse, what was when she turned around? What were your thoughts?
Oh, I was like, here we go. Here we go. Now she realizes why she has to go to war.
She was mad.
Oh,
she
yeah.
was mad. And my reaction was, there will be no peace.
No.
Yeah.
Did you see her when she was like by the fire? She like keeled over. She was like grabbing her stomach.
Yeah.
As if she was going through labor pains. And she did it really well. She turned around just furious. It's rage.
Oh my goodness. No hope.
She totally
Brilliant.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You did realize the paper that Hightower gave the Queen was the same one that she tore when she was a child. She knew if she sent it that Rhaenyra would not kill her father. Wow. Inez says she looks fearless. She looked like she was on a mission. Yeah. Yeah. And there is no hope for peace. They're going to get their answer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not figuring.
But by dragon or by messenger pigeon or whatever it is.
Oh, how they're going to get their answer?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I don't know. They have more dragons. There's no doubt about that. So, I don't know. I don't know. She's pissed, man. She lost her son. I don't know what a mama will do. Seriously. I know what a man will do. Men are stupid.
I mean, she lost two children.
Right. She lost.
I mean, Two children within
hours. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
All right. Some more thoughts, Michael?
No, I can't think of anything else. I mean, I just hate to wait a year.
I want to give a shout out to Valerie. Thank you, Valerie, for the like on the episode. We do appreciate it. Ines says she looks fearless, but then Hope says, I just want to see a dragon stroll up with Hightower's head like the horse showed up with the Blood Rider's head in Toad Daenerys. Yeah. Wow. Jesse, some of your thoughts?
Yeah. I can't wait till next season. I want to see where they're going to go because pretty much this entire season is taking place in King's Landing and Dragonstone. They haven't really been anywhere else or in Driftmark. That's it. But there's a whole world out there, and
which we saw in Game of Thrones. I mean, we
did,
traveled all over the place.
Yeah, they're gonna introduce us to more lands as well. There's even another spin-off series that's in the works that apparently is going to touch on like sort of like an Oriental type continent. I forget the name of what they were calling it, but it's like sort of like a spin-off of like Japanese culture and Chinese warriors and stuff. This is interesting, but yeah, I'm stoked to see more of the world because it's been very like contained so far.
You're right. I saw that today as well, and I should have made a note of it. I should have kept the article, but I was bonehead about it. I don't think there's going to be much of a time jump, but every time I guess that there is. I'm betting right now it's going to be 6 months at most. That's it.
You think?
Because we still have, at most.
I feel like they got to pick up right where they left off, don't you think? Like just because, like the son died, like Damon's got to do something. Like we can't just time jump. Damon did nothing. What do you think?
Well, how long will it take him to get control of that dragon?
Well, he's also got his own other dragon.
Oh, I forgot he had the other one. Okay.
Yeah. And she's got hers too, Renette. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about his older brother? When he hears he's off by himself right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I want to find out what's going to happen there.
And he's got a big ass dragon, and he's like 18, 19 or something like that, isn't he? Kid's gonna lose his shit. I know what I'd do if somebody killed my brother.
Oh yeah.
If I was on the back of a dragon, it's over.
It is over.
It's over.
Hope says this one is bigger than the one he has, and I'm assuming, Hope, that you mean the one that Damon just picked up. Yes, is bigger than the one he has. And I didn't realize how much bigger that dragon was, man. It was when he was flying in the storm, and then when you saw the shadow of it, that's like, oh,
hey, this is a little baby, and it's just a move.
Yeah, when I saw that I should have seen it at that point. I said, how the hell is he doing it? That dragon was immense. Well, at the very end, if the dragon fit in the mouth of the big one.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah. Wow.
How much that dragon must eat. I mean, don't even want to think about that.
Yes, it's size to rival Vagar, I would assume. Yeah, they're big. Folks, we've covered that part of it. Coming up, I think we're already talking about it now. What sort of a grade would you give it, Jesse? I gave it an A.
I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A.
Lord Michael?
Not an A plus, but an A.
Oh, at least an A. I might even go A plus.
Oh.
Hope, Ines, Valerie, some of your thoughts? Hope, thank you. Valerie right away. She gave it an A as well. I mean, it's not perfect, but pretty good. And it moved. Folks, I can't get over the fact as to how it moved quick. We're invested. Ines, also an A. Wow. This is crazy. Are we all going to give it an A? Hope. I am holding hope. Oh, apropos.
Peer pressure.
I can't get over his death. Yeah. I can't either. I was genuinely bummed by that. I did. I did like that kid, and for the obvious other reasons. It's just it's such a bummer. Who will avenge it? Okay, so yes. Oh, Hope says I'm spoiled to long backstories. I give it a B. They cut too many people out without context. Yeah. I understand that there was a big scene that they cut out of one of the other episodes, and it was
really?
Yeah, it was something that they were talking about this week.
Can you
And I
see
forget
it? Like,
which
is it on the
episode.
internet?
Everyone was talking about it, and I'm not surprised Hope will know the one I'm referencing. It's the one they were talking about this week, that there was a scene that they cut out. So I'm wondering. I mean, Hope has been able to guess my inanities for a while now, so I think she knows which. It was 2 or 3 episodes ago, so we'll see. Upcoming. So Jesse, you're figuring that they're going to be right away.
Oh yeah. Well, they have to. I'd be disappointed, and I don't think it would make a whole lot of sense if they time jumped. I think they need to address the kid dying right away. Like, they've got to, at very least, spend the first episode deciding what they're going to do, make a retaliation, and then time jump. I don't think they can do it yet. I mean, if they do, I just don't think it'd be very good storytelling. I don't think I'd be surprised if they do, but
I wonder if we're going to find the older brother,
yeah.
if he's going to be visiting Winterfell, if they're going to show any of that, or they're just
Oh, you
going to
think
have
that's
it
how
come
it's
back.
going to start? Him and Winterfell,
I
and then
believe
getting
so.
weird,
Yeah,
and then
because
him
we don't.
get out of there.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
Then Winterfell, like the Starks, thinking it's despicable how that happened, and then they all rally behind him.
Oh, wow, Jesse, that is awesome. There we go. We're thinking about that. Yes, I believe the Starks are going to be on there, but then again, oh man, see, Hope, I don't know this history, and you know quite a bit of it. I believe Inez does too. Hope says, I will note that one of the notable people referred to Rhaenyra as being a spider. I think it was Allison. Yeah. We spoke about Helena sewing the spider. Yeah, we did talk about that in the other episode. A rare scene. I think so. Oh, geez, Hope. You were the bomb. I appreciate that, Hope. A rare scene featuring Prince Daemon Targaryen as sweet and caring was deleted, setting him up to be more villainous than his book counterpart. Yeah, that's what they were talking about this week. Hope, you are the bomb. Thanks. There was a lot of chatter
So
about
he's not as villainous in the book.
Well, look, there was a moment that he was actually tender. He was a real human being, but they got rid of it. So, yeah.
I haven't
Like
seen
him
that
being
one.
evil. I don't want to see him tender.
Damon is decisive. If there's one thing I've learned, he is decisive. I think Rhaenyra is going to have a hard time, forgive me, pulling back on his leash. But I think it's going to be weapons free after his son. Because actually, she kept pulling on his leash throughout the episode. But now that her son is dead, oh, yeah. I'm starting to think
about him choking her. We haven't talked about that.
Oh my God!
And then she said something to him and I didn't she said he told you, or when did he tell you, or something like that. I was like, is that like an inside thing?
Yeah, you see, okay, you're right. This is where we have more dragons. I do not wish to rule over a kingdom of ashes. My job is to be peaceful. And then she says, clear the room. And then he says, they stole your birthright. And then Daemon grabs her by the throat.
Yeah.
And then I think she says something, they never told you. So yeah, I didn't get all of that. And I know the ladies did.
And what did he say? He said, peace didn't make us kings, dragons did, or something like that. That's a rad line.
Hope says, oh yeah, okay, we got that one. Daemon may well be viewed as a dragon as no one can tame him. Oh, that's pretty good, Hope. She didn't realize while he was there that her father did not tell him about the Song of Fire and Ice. Yes, they were talking about that. Thank you, Hope. And then Valerie says he was jealous that she knew and he didn't, in my opinion. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I was stunned that he grabbed her and he was choking. And
Yeah.
she did not cry out. She was. So
I'm sure it's not the first time he's choked.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It might not have been the
Oh.
first time that's happened.
Inez
I
says
thought they were
agree with
going
Valerie.
to start making out. To be quite honest, I was like,
Jesse, I would not have been shocked if that happened.
yeah.
Jeez. Yes, Hope. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I think we're all laughing at that one. Oh, laughing my butt off. That sexual tension was real.
Yeah.
I was stunned that he did it to her, so I get, yeah. Had it happened, it was like, yeah, okay. I didn't think about that gentleman. I thought that was the first time that he was just so pissed. Yeah, Inez is really finding that funny. Ladies, I appreciate it. Thank you. You're letting us be foolish. No, that's good. Wow. It was good. It was a really good episode. Hope says, I was waiting to see if she was enjoying it or if she was caught off guard by it. I'm still on the fence as to which reaction we've seen. Oh, okay, Hope. That's good. I commented that for her it was blasé. So I guess my compatriots here are right. It's not the first time. So which was the reaction to, wait to see if she was enjoying it or if she was caught off guard by it. I think it was almost par for the course now that I look back. What do you guys think? I mean, this is, ladies and gentlemen, it's a TV show. Okay, it's a TV show. Okay, we're talking about the instances of what we see right here. It's brutal. It's not fair. It doesn't happen. Okay, but yeah. What do you think? What was the reaction?
Oh, I think she was enjoying it for sure.
Hey, what's a little BDSM between family? Inez.
She didn't slap him afterwards. She didn't
Yeah, hey, I guess so. Wow. Okay. Well, I think the Starks are going to side with Rhaenyra.
Yeah. Well, they're very honorable. They don't go back on their oaths.
And the other family, I forget who it is, they're also going to side where they were thinking that it's big enough where they could train the dragons. I think they're also going to side with them, the Baratheons now. So we'll see. But, folks, I believe there's going to be a lot of families that are going to switch alliances throughout the whole series. Watch that. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Hope says, I think it's ironic that Alan says that Targaryens have a queer customs but ended up married. Oh, I know, right? Brother and sister married. That was crazy. Yeah, the Targaryens have queer customs. There's a lot of in marriage stuff. But yeah. Hey, folks, it is very late on the East Coast, and I want to do, first of all, folks, I don't know if you saw it, but if you want to catch the real introduction of Lord Jesse Arthur Farrell, he joined us on Monday. I hope he did. We had a wonderful episode where we actually spent time talking about his career and stuff. And we still talked about Game of Thrones, I think, which was kind of funny. And a few other stuff, so it's an extension. Check it out. It was on Monday here on this network. But you know what, Lord Jesse? I was mourning the fact that this is the final episode.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I was mourning. And I was looking forward to everyone in the chat room. I'm looking forward to everyone. Folks, and everyone that watches after, that comments, it means a great deal to us. We see your comments after the fact, but join us live. It's the best thing. And Jesse, it was completely unexpected. You brought a lot of flavor to this. I hope I hope we get to interview you before, but if you're up for it, we would love to invite you back for next year. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for season 2. We have a year. No, We have about 10 months to wait. No, 9
Well,
months.
we're not. Who knows? It
HBO's like
could
clockwork.
be. It could be. Sometimes. It all depends.
I'm expecting within 8 to 9 months. Yeah.
I'm thinking they might have already started filming. So
Today?
I think. Well, just from the responses I have gotten back from agents and things like that when I've been trying to get some of the cast to come on with us, and they're all busy, but they won't say what they're busy with.
NDAs, right?
You got it. So I'm assuming some of them are either in pre-production or something. So, but that's just my
release
thought.
date. There's a release date for it already. There's already a release date.
No, well, posted on September 29th. Oh, there is? Oh, we do have a release date. What is it?
I'm looking for it right now. It says that
2024, right?
No, summer 2023. They're filming right now.
So they are filming right now. Okay.
Yeah, and they expect to release it summer of 2023.
Well, hopefully that stays right then. Because then that would be about a year from when they started.
Okay,
so.
I think it's still kind of short because of all the special effects. I read. I'm gonna have to go to Variety because they have. Variety usually has a great deal of update. But anyway, Valerie says I can't wait, and none of us can wait. I'm hoping it's going to be a year, basically about 8 or 9 months from now. Hopefully they get it going like clockwork. But no matter what, wow, Jesse, it was a lot of fun. Thank you. And look, I know you're on the East Coast. Thanks for staying with us, brother. It made a great deal. Dude, this was a lot of fun. I thank you. I know you're working a great deal and you're giving your time to spend it with us. And thank you, man. This was a lot of fun for me and for Michael.
Don't be a stranger, Jesse.
Pardon me?
Don't be a stranger.
No, I won't. I won't at all. I'll definitely come back. And
I will ask this. Once the trailer comes out, we might do a trailer episode. That's something we'll do.
I'm in.
All right, Jesse. It's absolutely awesome. Ines, thank you for the love. Valerie as well. Thank you. And that's going to be it. Jesse, thanks. And peace and long life, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Right.
Thanks.
Roger. Michael, thanks, guys.
Take it easy.
Thank you. A lot of fun. And how many voiceover credits does he have, Michael? It's over 500,
50.
right?
Over 50. At least. But, I mean, I think it's more.
Folks,
I think it is. I think it is. Come to think, I think you're right. I think it is 500.
You need to check the gentleman out that just left us. He is. We got in trouble with the Hallmark Channel, the dumb bastards. Forgive me. They. I'm still arguing it on YouTube, but it's over on Twitch TV, the interview, and it's also on our Facebook page. That one was funny. That. He found out through Michael that we were doing Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. He said, "Oh, dude," and he wanted to be a part of it. But his voice, he has over 500 voiceover credits, and he's now in New York. So it's really cool. So who knows? Michael, maybe you and I are going to have to take the Acela to go to New York on Sunday. I'm figuring I'm going to do the travel on Sunday. So we'll see. Folks, I'm going to go over to Washington, D.C. on December 1st through the, let me see. I fly on the 1st, and I'm flying back on the 6th. So, on the 5th. So it's only going to be 3 days, 2 days travel. And who knows? I'm going to tell Jesse, we're going to New York. So who knows? We might meet him. We'll see. But I know he's very busy. But anyway. Wow. This is a good episode, Michael. It was great. So I'm really excited they did their job. They really did. I'm in for the long haul, and I'm really liking this. I'm going to have to check out from Variety to see if there's any news. But if any of you hear any news about the program and you want to talk about it again, if you guys want to do a deep dive later on particular episodes, let us know. But this will be our last Sunday episode for a while now. So, Valerie, thank you. And, folks, Ines, Hope, and Valerie are in the program right now. So since you are here right now, okay, hold on. I'm going to write something down right now. Okay, hold on. I'm going to arbitrarily give you a number, and Mike is going to choose a number. So hold on a minute. Let me give a value. You don't know what order I've written everyone's name in. And I'm going to give out a it's $5 card. We're going to have to send it to you via Zelle or PayPal. Think of it as a Starbucks card. We're not going to send you a Starbucks card because it's a waste of time. So we're going to do it right now live since you ladies are in with us right now. Okay. A number from 1 through 3. I've given them a value. So pick one, Michael. 1, 2, and 3. Yes, you're to blame, Michael. Whoever's going to win it.
12.
I'm not going to figure it out. 1, 2, or 3.
1.
Valerie, congratulations. There's the list I gave. Valerie, number 1. So congratulations, Valerie. Hopefully you're still with us right now. We're going to send you, look, just go ahead and email right here on Facebook. Yes, Valerie, seriously, since you're on Facebook, please go to our NDB. What page are you looking at us on, Valerie? If you're on our Facebook page of NDB Media, oh, you know what? Let me see. Which pages are we looking at? Yeah, I don't know if you're on NDB Media or the Voyager Virtual Series or Trekking Across the Universe. Actually, we have a lot of people watching us across the network. Valerie, send us a comment. Okay, don't put your email publicly, but send us the message so we can email it back to you. And we're going to do it. It's just a tiny little, the Voyager Virtual Series. Okay. Thank you. Isn't that crazy, Michael? That it was off that page. And we're going to be updating that page with a lot of other stuff. So I'm going over to that page right now, Valerie. I don't think I can see my followers right there. I'm sorry, the page followers. That was a Freudian slip. Didn't mean that. We don't have followers. We have the people that spend time with us. So I'm going over to the page right now, and let me see. You should be able to send us a message, and go ahead and do so. Otherwise, if you are not able to contact us, Valerie, send us a message at ndbmedia.net. They're able to do that, aren't they, Michael?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, folks. I put it in there right now. So we really want to thank you, guys. And you know what? Hope, Valerie, Ines, all 3 of you have been really damn cool. And we didn't give out prizes. All 3 of you. Thank you for spending it with us. Seriously. I just want to thank you. You've been with us from the very beginning. And it's just a cup of coffee from us. That's all it is. I want to thank you, ladies. So contact us at ndbmedia.net, okay? And I'm going to go over to the page right now, and Michael can direct us. So Hope, Ines, and Valerie. Okay, let me go over to the page right now. Share screen. Boom. Here it is. So it's up here at the very top, right, Michael?
Yeah. Contact.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit the contact. And just go ahead and contact us right there and mention it. So, thanks, girls. Seriously, you are all a lot of fun. And I think it's just cool. So, sorry, Michael, I put you on the spot. But all 3 of you have been spending your Sundays with us. Want to thank you. Go ahead and send it over to us, and we should be good. Michael, you get those messages because I'm not getting them right now, right?
I can get them, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. All right, so, folks. We're going to go ahead and continue, talk about some of the other programs that we've been watching. But I think that's going to be it, unless you girls have anything else that you want to share on Game of Thrones. Otherwise, we're going to move on over because we have 2 other series. We have Star Wars Andor, and we also have Star Trek Lower Decks that we're going to be getting to. So I think I can put this folder away now, huh, Michael?
Yeah, for
a
9,
little while.
10, 11 months, yeah.
Yeah. Which is my Game of Thrones folder. I think this one is, yep, House of the Dragon. That's my folder right there. And these are all my notes, folks, for this season. Everything that I have, and of course the book, which was indispensable, which was really, really cool. So I'm going to put those notes away. These are all my notes from the entire season. Wow. That's a lot of writing, man. So it's good. All right, folks, it was a lot of fun. We're not going to have the Sunday night episodes as we normally did, just because I will be on next Sunday at 8 p.m. I'm going to be doing a financial program through Jedi.tax, and that one's going to be at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be going over a lot of materials, last-minute opportunities for you. It's what I do. It's my business, folks. So you can always join us for that. It'll be next Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Other than that, Michael, I think we're going to get to everything else. And I thank everyone who joined us for the House of the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get my notes for Star Wars Andor and for Star Trek Lower Deck. Which one do you want to do first, Michael?
I don't care. Whichever folder's on top.
Star Wars Andor.
Okay.
All right, folks. Episode 7. After this, there is still another 5. It's going to be a 12 episode run. This episode was announcement. And the byline or the tagline of the episode is, the repercussions of the Aldani heist reach all the way to Coruscant, where Cassian returns home. Crazy stuff. All right. So tell me, we have the former corporate security guy who's again looking out the window like he did in a prior episode, which he saw the sun pass and he got sunlight for a few seconds. On this one, we don't even see any sunlight. So it's like there is no hope, or the hope is already fleeting. And his mama, the social climber, is all over him. Says, Uncle Harlow has done you a tremendous favor. And they're going
put him
back
in that cubicle.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a little bit later on, of course. But he doesn't know of what happened about the heist, which is crazy. He sees the report of it. He says, the mother knows, don't you know? Yeah. And then he finally gets news of the heist. And then we see at ISB, the Imperial Security Bureau, Colonel Yularen. Folks, don't know if you recognize him from Star Wars The Clone Wars. That's the very same Yularen that was with them. And he is now from the Clone Wars episode, he is now officially been seen. And he's talking about almost everything Andor said. All he says, we're going to show him how tight we can close our fist. They don't care. That's just, they're going to do it with might. They're just going to come down on everyone. Empire-wide, they're going to tax the trade routes. He's talking about a permanent revocation of imperial tolerance. If they find anything in the negative, this is done. They're like going to just come down so hard on everyone. They're going to present the Public Order Resentencing Act. Basically, if it's a 6 month, it's now 6 years. It's like everything is multiplied by 10. And yeah. Then they're talking about it a little bit later where Luthen is saying, hey, do you know what you've done? Yeah, I call it an announcement. And that's the name of the episode, an announcement. The Empire now knows that there is an effort. The Empire doesn't really know everything, but ISB does. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Luthen is listening to the reports when Mon Mothma visits. I should have called. That's just the game they play because her driver's an ISB agent. And is it true? Why? Were you involved? And he plays that he's not involved. He says, I wish I had. And they get into it, Luthen and Mon Mothma. And he says, don't talk to me like that. She says, it was you, wasn't it? You realize what you've done. He says, we have a network in place now. And he uses a line. that is very prescient in our history as well. Has anyone ever made a weapon that went unused? So the network is alive. And she says, people will suffer. And he says, yeah, they have to. That's how it's going to start. People have to suffer. And there are no rules starting from this point forward. And we need every credit that you can get your hands on. She leaves angry, but yeah. That's when we see there are no small jobs. Weights and gauges. That's where he's going, Michael. He's going for a little place, and he puts it on the line. He says, well, I got caught for this and this. And he says, yeah, we're going to ignore that from the record. And everyone gets, a new beginning. I'd hate to see you miss your chance. So Luthen's wife then goes on to meet Val. And, let's see. We see Cinta. She survived. She's on the planet that Aldhani and a massive Imperial Star Destroyer is just going right over her. They're tightening the grip, and that's what the Empire is going to do. Oh, we have a rebellion? We're going to put an end to it. We're just going to make it tougher for them to operate. So Val says, hey, we did it. We delivered it. And Luthen's wife says, hey, yeah, I know. We already moved the money. Thank you very much. And he says, but we have one loose end, Cassian Andor. So you mean we have to kill him? He says, well, this is what revolution looks like, Val. It's a loose end. That's messed up. So Andor returns to Ferrix, and it's there on Ferrix where he speaks to his mother, and she says, you can't stay here. You're not safe. I can't leave. I don't want to leave, but you're not safe here. So they talk about it some more, and she says, well, look, let's see what we'll do first thing in the morning. And then we switch over to Mon Mothma, who she meets her her comrade from school, and basically, he's in on it. So he says, well, if this is political, I don't want to be involved. And she says, yeah, but there's a reason for what I need. I need help in moving money. And it turns out that the banker's in. He is in on it, which was really cool, really surprising. He doesn't like what's happening in the Empire. Then Andor visits with Biggs, who it looks like he had a relationship with in the past. She's mad, but he has to go. Because he says, remember when your father caught me? And she says, it's not safe here. You'll be turned in. By whom? This is by everyone. Everyone blames you for what happened. And he realizes he's going to have to leave. She's not interested in anything else. He says, look, if the buyer calls, tell him he needs to forget me. I'm done. I'm gone. I'm out. He held up his end of the bargain, and he needs to forget me. He pays her $12,000 in credits, and he also pays, I think it was a little bit more. He says, pay off all of my debts. Of course, she says, be careful, Cass. Then they head back. They see the image of his adopted father on how he died. He died accidentally. Others were throwing rocks at the clone troopers, but he got caught in between as they shot him. So he returns home, and he finds out that his adopted mother is not leaving. Marva does not want to go. And he says, what is left to keep you here? He says, rebellion. Not the rebellion, but rebellion. He says, I'm too old and I don't care anymore. I don't expect you to understand, but people are standing up. And there's a scene where she says, can you imagine the heroes that stole from Aldhani? And he's like, yeah, I'm one of those. But he doesn't want to say anything. He doesn't want her to know. And she's like, look, I get it. I know you scored in this, but you're not safe here. You got to go, and I'm not leaving. So you can't stay and I can't go. Tell me you understand. I can't. And she also says, stop searching for your sister. There were no survivors, and it was not your responsibility on the planet that you were discovered on. Then we get to the ISB meeting. Mr. Blevin thinks he's going to nail the other lieutenant, Mira, because she violated all these procedures. And it turns out that she finds hardcore proof that a rebellion exists and of what they're doing. And it turns out that she gets the upper hand in the conversation. So the captain is impressed. And at the very end, he says, what a provocative exchange of ideas. I like it. He tells her, walk with me for a moment. As they're walking out, he says, well played. Watch your back. Oh. Andor visits Niamos. He's with the woman, don't know who she is. He takes a walk, and then the trooper notices that he is just suspicious, just looking around. He says, you're sweating. I'm a tourist. It's hot. Nah, you're looking around too much. So then we see a K2SO lookalike. Gets up there, and he gets sentenced to jail, basically, where the Imperial officer says, oh, man, what you're being accused of, but I had nothing to do with it. Oh, hey, do you want another charge of resisting Imperial proceedings? He says, this was only 6 months. Now it's 6 years. You're out. Well, this is 5 years before the Battle of Yavin. So I don't think he's going to be spending 6 years in there. He says, I'm just a tourist. He goes, yeah, and I'm sorry for that. Sorry for you. And then we see the corporal security officer, just a cog in the system. It was all right, the episode, Michael. It speaks for itself. I went over it, and I thought it was okay. Like I said, he was holding back when Marva was saying, could you imagine the heroes that did this heist? Those are the people I admire. And he just had to bite his lip. So he wouldn't risk her having that knowledge and them following him and figuring out it was him. No one knows who did it. That's the thing. So it was very tough. But I enjoyed the episode, but this was a transitional episode. There really wasn't very much in there. There were some callbacks. They were all right and stuff, but it was okay. I give it a C. How about you, Michael?
I would. Yeah, it was, as we discussed before during the week. It's a build-up episode, getting set up for the rest of the season. So wasn't anything exciting. So
I didn't know that until I read it, and I think I shared this with Michael, that they were telling 3-story arcs, and it follows. Episode 7 is the transition. I'm like, oh, well, there should be 13 episodes then. No, this is a transitional episode, and episodes 8, 9, and 10 are going to be an arc, and then episode 11 and 12 is going to be its own arc. So guess what, Michael? There's going to be a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Yes. Did like it, though.
Just for fun.
How funny that it would be a bunch of thieves that would be the ones that would actually start the rebellion. But they were thieves because they needed the money. 80 million credits. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot in any world, because if you think about what Han Solo was charging, he said 10,000 credits for the Imperial run. He says, look, I'll give you 2,000 now and 17,000 when we get to Alderaan.
Mm-hmm.
Or 15, whatever he says. That was just for a trip. That's a lot. 80 million credits. They can start buying a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes.
And then Luthen tells Mon Mothma, hey, yeah. Doesn't tell her how much they stole. And I don't think anyone knows how much they stole because the Empire's not saying. But
no, they don't want anybody to know, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And they left a lot. I mean, from what I remember, they only took a little bit from what was there.
Yeah, they did not get everything.
No.
It was really cool what Andor did in the prior episode, where he says, I just want my cut. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my cut. Let me disappear. And I guess it was for 200,000. So it's a shame that Marva didn't want to commit in Move, but I thought it was interesting because the last time I saw her act, she was in Harry Potter, and she played something totally different. I like her as an actor; she's really good. But I actually do see her in the Harry Potter role as Aunt Petunia, and I did not like her as Aunt Petunia in the Harry Potter movies. But I've seen her in many stuff. I like her. I think she's really good. And the role she plays as Marva, I get it. I see it. I had a confrontation with my daughter earlier today, my oldest daughter. She doesn't understand a lot of stuff. And we really got into it. I have to be incredibly patient when it comes to speaking to her, and I'm not going to bore you with the stupidity of it because I did get very angry, and I'm the one that got angry. And 2 hours later, my daughter was talking to me again. I'm like, okay, and she admitted to me twice that she was wrong. And it was interesting because I've told her that just because you read it on the internet doesn't make it true. You need to understand. And she was quoting some phrases that people use. I said, no, you don't understand. Those phrases are to make people understand what they're talking about. It doesn't exactly mean what you think it means. And she was surprised by that. She actually looked it up and she told me that she understood. And I was kind of angry with her because she was telling me, well, you don't know. I said, what do you mean I don't know? I've done it. I've done what you claim that I have no knowledge on. So I kind of felt when Mira was telling Andor that I admired the people that did this. They're the real heroes. And he was biting his lip. And in the conversation with my daughter, I was like, don't tell me I don't know when I'm the one that's gone out and done that stuff. I'm not talking about criminal stuff or anything, folks. If you know anything about me, you know what I'm alluding to. So it's not a secret. It's who I am and what I am. Some people dislike the fact that I'm an activist. Like, no. I fight for working families and their values. Take it for what it is. I've done it my entire life. So I'm not giving it to the man. I am just standing up for other people. I'm not a rebel. No. I've walked the lines. I've demonstrated. I've walked precincts. I'm an activist, folks. I am. I talk to people to get them involved. Not to convince them, not to sway them, but to have them understand what's at stake. And then for them to make their own decision. So, when I grew up, I was a Darth Vader fan. When I saw Rogue One, and at the very end of the movie, Darth Vader is just destroying the rebels, I was horrified. And I was horrified because as a small boy, I loved evil. And Darth Vader was the baddest. Remember, Michael? Darth Vader was the baddest villain there ever was, right? He was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You could like evil because it was a story. As an older person, I'm a rebel. And it's not that I'm making myself out to be anything else. It's just I went from being an Imperial to a rebel. And I was horrified when Darth Vader was butchering the rebels. I really was, Michael. And when someone set me straight, I said, dude, this is the Darth Vader that we all always dreamt about. I had to take a deliberate march down memory lane and go back to being an 8-year-old and remembering what Darth Vader was. And I said, yeah, you know what? It's cool. That's the Darth Vader that I envisioned. But today, I am horrified by that evil because I see myself as a rebel. So, anyway,
So Darth is going to get you.
today. What was that, Michael?
So Darth is going to get you.
Yeah, he's all right. So, I give this episode a C. What do you give it?
Yeah, that's about what I would give it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Some other thoughts on that episode?
I'm interested to see where it's going to go. As you said, he can't be in jail for 6 years.
Oh, Val's going to break him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be Val. Yeah, because she's the head of the network.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I apologize. She's the head of the operations part of it. Yeah, because Luthen is the one that's making it happen. He's the real first rebel leader. I guess on the operations side, because Mon Mothma's been involved in getting the money. So kind of cool. So all right. Well, I'm finishing off my apple cider. I don't have the liquor, but I do like to have a drink on the episodes. What are you drinking today, Michael?
I didn't bring anything with me today.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm not going to be drunk. Or hungover, I should say. I had a productive day. I had a lot to do. I'm already prepping for tax season, Michael.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. Well, next week, Michael, Star Trek Prodigy returns on Thursday.
Yes.
And I guess we're going to have the final episode of Star Trek Lower Decks.
Yep.
Wow. So we'll do this fast because I know you're on the East Coast and we're about to be Monday morning for you in about 3 minutes. Look, Crisis Point, it's good stuff. It was Crisis Point Part 2. I give it a B+, episode 8. That's it. What'd you think of the episode before? Oh, so not that high, huh? I found it entertaining. No. Okay, what would you have given it?
I don't know. I mean, that's a toughie. I mean, the last few I haven't really liked that well.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, for a while there I was liking them, and now it's down to you take it or leave it. I'm looking forward to Prodigy coming back. Okay. I seem to like that a little bit more better. So,
yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Episode 9, Trusted Sources. The tagline is: "A visiting reporter on the Cerritos puts Captain Freeman on edge. She's hyper because she knows how her ship is, and they've got a new plan that's going to come into effect. And Admiral Buen Amigo, which in Spanish literally means good friend, he's got the program ready to go. It's called Project Swing By, because as you know, Second Contact, apparently the Federation is really lousy at second contacts, which is disappointing. It's like they go and visit for first contact and then they leave, and I find that hard to believe. But yeah, that's what's going on. There's a lot of problems in this universe, and they come up with a plan, Project Swing By. If it's a success, all of the California class vessels will be responsible for these new swing by, or not necessarily second contacts, but going out there
and checking up.
Yeah, and yeah. So Freeman flips out, says, "Yeah, Beckett can't be involved." So they change the shift, get rid of all the pie eating contests, bring everything down, and it turns out that the entire crew was just immature when they were being interviewed, and they gave up the story, a lot of story. And everyone saw that Beckett finally got a chance to be interviewed, and right after that, a chilling story comes out and makes Captain Freeman look bad. Wow. And she immediately believes it's Mariner. And Michael, I thought it was Mariner too.
So did I.
Yeah.
Because that's what she would have done.
Yeah. But
in season 1.
Yes. It was interesting when she says, "How are they being interviewed? No, they're going to ruin it." And she was right. Because everyone told the stories of what had happened. They did not make Freeman look good.
Nope.
And Beckett was the only one that actually went up to bat. But at that point, Captain Freeman had it and sent her off to the aforementioned sad and distant Starbase 80. So,
Dismal place.
Very, very dismal. Yeah. FNN reports everyone slammed Freeman except for Mariner, and she was transferred. Mariner's reassigned. They try to get back there, and she's already resigned. And as we saw in one of the prior episodes, she hooked up with the what Picard wishes he could have done, the archaeologist. And they're going to see the Vadilin mummies. And they're all excited. Hell yeah. And that's how the episode ends. That Mariner has resigned her commission. This was an entertaining episode. I gave it a B-. I don't know what you thought about it, Michael.
Yeah, see, as I said,
wow.
I haven't been too thrilled with the last few. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
All right. Well, we covered it up. I don't have any comments in the chat room on these episodes. If you guys want to share any comments, we can. Otherwise, I think we're going to be pretty much it because Amazon is done. We may have something in 2023, but I doubt it. It's going to be more like 2024, which I'm really unhappy about. But hey, it is what it is. And we'll see. We'll see how it is. So, any other thoughts, Michael? I am looking forward to Prodigy. I don't know what's going to happen other than Janeway return. Oh, there is a video on that right now. I'm not going to play it.
Don't play it.
Yeah. The Game of Thrones one, we can get away with playing it. We can actually get away with playing the one from Amazon, too. But I don't think we'll get away with the Star Trek one.
No.
So we won't risk it. All right. So, any other thoughts, Michael?
Nope, I think that's about it.
All right, folks. This will be the last Sunday night episode that we're going to be doing for a while. I will be on next week, as I did mention, at 8 p.m. on the Jedi Attacks Online channel. But we still have quite a bit moving forward. I know Michael has been able to arrange quite a few guests. I know that I was watching a movie earlier today I messed up. Not tomorrow's guest, so I'm going to have to watch the movie somewhere, somehow, to squeeze it in. And
you were watching the one that postponed?
Oh, yeah. It's on the USA Today channel. I was watching.
That's an interesting show, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it's called Zero Contact.
Zero Contact, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching I'm actually almost done with that one. So I messed up. So we'll see. We'll see how we're going to do it. But we have several guests upcoming. Let me see. I believe Michael has them all on ndbmedia.net.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow is from the movie Bulletproof. We have 3 of the actors. James Clayton, who is also the director of the episode and executive producer. Lena Lencomte and Javier Catabara. All I can say is if you're into action, that is a movie for you. Bulletproof. There's a couple of movies under the same name. You have to look up at 2022 for the release date. So. And
our October 31st guests were are being rescheduled.
Yeah.
Because it's Halloween. I don't think they want to do a program on Halloween.
No, we probably won't be doing one. So.
Yeah, we probably won't. I mean, anyway.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not thinking that we're going to do something, but it is Halloween. Who knows?
Yeah, but and then November 7th, John Billingsley is still scheduled. I'm going to confirm with him. He's out shooting on location right now, so I'm waiting for him to write me back to say that everything is on his schedule is what he thought, and he can still come. But watch our webpage to see if we have to change that or not. And November 14th, Saul Rubinek from Warehouse 13 / Next Generation.
Star Trek The Next Generation, The Most Toys, also from the movie Family Man, opposite Nicolas Cage.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Gotta get rid of that screen. So yes, there is quite a bit going on, folks. We are in contact with property master Mark A. Richardson, who has done quite a bit of stuff in Hollywood, and we're negotiating a date and time to have him on as well. And we're looking forward to it. We have several other authors that are in the works. So the guests are that guy's work. He's done it. There's no doubt about it. I haven't done a damn thing. People always ask, how do I get the guests? I'm very nice to Michael. That's what it is. He's the only one that's doing it. Michael's like, no, you're not very nice to me. But hey, you know what? Whatever. No. You see? Silence. The silence was deafening.
I already made a comment. You just didn't hear it.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. So there it is. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone. Sorry, I was a tad rude by not mentioning everyone there. It's been fun. These 10 episodes, they've been a little tiring, but they are fun. Seeing everyone join us and spending time with us has been terribly exciting. The numbers that we've been receiving are beyond the pale. It's not what we expected. We're terribly excited. Our numbers are up across the board. I am going to miss the House of Dragon. I really am. But it'll be back. And hopefully, if the Almighty wills it, we shall return. And I'm not talking about Richard being the Almighty. That's just his persona on one of the programs. So, that's pretty much it. This is going to be our last Sunday night episode for a little while. Excuse me. I should say on a regular basis. We will be doing other programs on a regular basis. And we are going to be watching Andor and Star Trek Lower Decks and Prodigy. We may be doing that on a Thursday night. So stay tuned. We'll see what we'll do. But we are still following those programs as well. We may be adding a few others because the Almighty sent me some suggestions on some programs. So who knows? We'll see. But I do have to get up early, and I think that's going to be it. Michael, anything else? Any last thoughts?
That's kind of it.
I see on my to-do list today, I have to take out the trash. So I got to get that done.
That's not fun.
No, at least I'm not in the snow drifts like Michael is.
Yeah.
Has it already really begun to snow that much over where you're at?
Not right where I am, but not too far away.
Wow. Crazy. All right. Well, I'm actually, I'm liking everything right now. So, folks, again, thank you. I was just putting some notes away in my day timer. Yes, people do not believe that I'm still using a day timer. Yes, folks, I do. My memory has given me a lot of problems as of late. So I got to write stuff down. There it is. There's my big old day timer. 8.5 by 11. That's the size I use. And it's thick. Yeah, whoa, it looks bent. I have to straighten that out. Anyway, that's how I keep my world in order. So it's all good. All right, folks. Thank you. On behalf of Jesse, I'm going to miss him. Can't wait to have him back. On behalf of Michael, I'm speaking to him tomorrow. How can I miss him?
Yeah.
And I'm going to see him in December. So I'm looking forward to that.
There you go.
By the way, I was looking at taking a train trip to Seattle on Amtrak, and it's only like 40 hours. But, dude, it's like $1,200 round trip.
Oh, my. Really?
Just to stay in a train?
For 40 hours.
Ridiculous. 40 hours and 40. It was like $1,264. I do not get it. I can fly to Seattle for $79 on Alaska Airlines right now.
Yeah, that's what you should do then.
I want to take the train, though. Damn it. Anyway, we're good, folks. Unfortunately, if we do head into a recession, that means prices will come down again. So, and we'll be talking about inflation and the originations on inflation on Jedi Tax Online, because a lot of people don't know where it comes from. I'll be talking about that a little bit. A lot of decisions that you can take before the year ends. And folks, thank you. On November 1st, Sports Talk with the Guys opens year 15. That would be the actual start date, but we're going to do it on November 5th. So we're celebrating that party. We were very quiet about the September. I was busy. I was traveling, so I couldn't do it. September 26th would have officially been the kickoff for the network of year 15. So we are in our 15th year on air. Wow. That's crazy. Seen a lot of stuff happen, man. So, all right, we're good. Michael, thank you. And everyone else who was here with us, of course, earlier, Hope, Valerie, Inez. We also had, Northwest Media. And I think we had someone else join us ever so briefly. But it's all good. Probably on Thursday. We'll see you guys. Oh, and I'm going to be a poll worker. Poll. Okay? Not P-O-L-E. From November 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I probably won't be available. No, I'm going to be available because there's an interview. A John Billingsley interview. Yeah. Hey, Michael, I moved my big computer and I moved it in here, but I realized that the monitor that I have, it's too old. It's still a serial port monitor.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to have to replace the monitor because I don't think it has the HDMI connection.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Got to buy another monitor.
Oh, so boo-hoo.
Yeah, I'm thinking, let's see, folks. You can, there it is. Look, like there's the old monitor right there. Sorry. There it is. There's the old monitor right there.
You break the camera.
Ignore the drugs, please. But yeah, that's the monitor that's got to get replaced. It's an old one. I've had that monitor right there for about 10 years or so. Oh, I messed up the video camera. Sorry. Okay, hopefully that works right there.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's been fun having everyone that's joined us. You guys have made it fun. The only reason why we're doing this is because you guys come over and join us. And because I was asked.
There you go.
I kept my end of the bargain. I was asked to do this program on Sunday nights. I kept it up. Folks, it's what I do. That's what I do. You know, I'm not going to take cheap shots, but actually I think I am.
You just did.
Yeah, I just did. I'm going to take another one. The story of my life. I'm asked to do a lot of stuff. And then at the very end, some people just aren't happy with it. Then I get discarded again. So, but I see it through. Folks, I love what I do. But yeah, little bit of sadness. It's like, yeah, once I've served my purpose, then I get discarded. So, I guess I'm perfect for a House of the Dragon. We'll see you guys. I'm out of here. Peace! Michael?
Yeah. Bye.